The Town and Country Center, thank goodness it has survived this long. It is a gem. It is an extraordinary example of modern architecture by two very well-known modern architects.
The Town and Country Center has quite an interesting history. It's basically a remodel project because there were existing buildings.
There was an existing Bank of America building there, and later some shops were built. That courtyard was actually conceived in the 30s to be the forecourt to a movie theater, and then that never happened. World War II came through.
Around 1947-48 is when the original design took place.
Paul R. Williams, very well-known, well-established African-American architect who had worked on any number of beautiful Hollywood houses, as well as banks and commercial buildings. And he was working with a young architect who had already gained some fame, A. Quincy Jones. And so these were the two partners who were hired to design the Town and Country Center.
John Porter Clark and Albert Frey assisted on some of the storefronts and the buildings facing Palm Canyon. They were the local talent. And then by 1955, Don Wexler designed the fifth building, which completed the project.
In its heyday, the Town and Country Center was really a thriving community space.
Basically in the center of town, it had a restaurant, it had shops, it had offices, so there was a lot of activity.
People would go in there and take a picture showing where they had been in Palm Springs. There are lots of family photos of people taken standing in the flowers in front of the Town and Country restaurant.
It was a room off of the busy, bustling Palm Canyon. It's where people went to be seen, to enjoy shopping, to enjoy dining, to enjoy the Palm Springs resort lifestyle.
This patio is called the Center, a shopping center you could find only in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs is known for its modern architecture, of course, and yet still we are losing major examples of it. Nobody should sit back and think that everything's safe, everything's preserved. Anything could disappear tomorrow.
If you look beyond the deferred maintenance and beyond the neglect, there's still a beautiful gem right in the heart of the city.
Meant to be inhabited by people, meant to be used for shopping, restaurants, whatever.
We're known around the world for modernism, and this is one of the best examples of modernism still in Southern California that hasn't been restored. You know, if you want to compare it to Tockwitz Plaza, which is now known as Captor Plaza, that was another big preservation battle that Palm Springs Preservation Foundation got behind, and it was restored, and now it again is one of the most thriving parts of Palm Springs, and it's not even on Palm Canyon Drive. And I think it could be the exact same thing at the Town and Country Center.
In the original design, they had apartments on the second floor adjacent to the restaurant. There's enough space there, we could revisit that and revitalize that courtyard with people living there on a daily basis.
A city thrives on its architecture, on the spaces, on the style, on the design of its architecture, its buildings, its public spaces. And when you have something so valuable, so well done initially, you don't throw it away. You restore it, you bring it back, and it will pay dividends beyond anything that any new building could.